Alright, so after a pretty lengthy delay between game 2 and 3, we're going to be having two entirely new teams for you guys right now. I'm not even sure what round this is anymore because it is open qualifications, brackets, and there are so many teams that we just don't freaking know. Plus, Spitwad's in the background, so I'm sure he'll send me a message sooner or later telling me what round it is. But we're going to have Lemon taking on Insight. Apparently, Grant knows a little bit about Insight, who is now joining me for this cast, by the way, for those of you who didn't know. Updated in the title and stuff. If you want to refresh the stream, you can see that. But how's it going, man?
Awesome. How about you?
I'm good. I'm ready to cast more games. Glad you made it home in time for the last two.
It was an honor. Walmart holds me back, but, I got to keep on my grind.
Standard. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get into the picks here. I know you weren't here for the other games. Like you said, you were working, but two pretty one-sided games so far. Simplicity took last game. I think it was like 36-10 or something like that, and it was ugly. And I know that you said you've seen Insight play before, so are you expecting big things out of this team or what?
Yeah, they're pretty good though. I see them go up on the first page. A lot of them, they take down Demon and Fear, slay the Americans a lot. So they know what they're doing. They're a high skilled team.
All right, so first band's gonna go out. It is gonna be Leshrac. So the bands so far today have honestly looked pretty similar. The first two games, the Radiant side team had 4 out of the 5 same heroes. It was pretty ridiculous. I think the only hero that they had different was Darkseer. They had a Void, Lich, Enchantress, Queen of Pain, Darkseer, and the only hero that was different from the first two was the Ishkafel. So CK is going to be banned out here by Lemon. Nothing really surprising as of yet. CK making it into the captain's mode.
Have you seen any PAs or CKs yet, or have they all been banned or not picked?
I think we had a CK. We did have a CK in one of the games. It was WOG versus EFK. I want to say the first game that we casted today, there was a CK, but he ended up losing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems like a really imbalanced in the current metagame carry, and I just said metagame, I should punch myself.
It's probably good that you did that. Need to get rid of that word, probably.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I can't, with Rubik coming in now, he's going to be an instant first ban, and so this next version, we're going to be seeing a lot different picks, I think.
I don't know, I hear a lot of people say that, but I also hear a lot of people say that he's just... Here's what... I talked to some other players, they used him as quote-unquote annoying. They didn't think that he was really that high of a tier hero, but I guess we're going to see here shortly in the future. But Chen coming out from Insight as a ban, as well as Darkseer not going to be seen this game. So the one thing that CK is kind of weak against is very early game aggression, because he does need to get a couple of levels to max out his stun, get a couple of ranks in Phantasm to be that dominant force in the mid to late game. So anytime you have heavy push, I feel like that's still a pretty sizable counter to CK, although he still does have some viability in the early game. But next ban coming out going to be Enchantress for Insight, and just waiting on the last one from Lemon so far.
Yeah, but they going with that, and it's going to be the Lycan ban, so I think we're going to see a first pick Furion, since, just a good guess.
Yeah, it definitely could be Furion, and Dire does have first pick this game, has switched once again. We've had 2 first pick Dire, 1 first pick Radiant, I think, today.
How does it work?
I think it's random. I really think it's either a roll or a random. I guess it's kind of the same thing, but I talked to Spitwad about it earlier, and he said that there were no rules saying that it has to be Radiant first pick, and that's... I don't really think that's disputable, to say the least, because the International 2 qualifier was hosted as a random first pick side, so they're not going to get Fury, and they're actually going to start off with Invoker, so that leaves Lemon wide open to take Nature's Prophet, which they will, and they'll also have the opportunity to get +1, and Brewmaster is still in the pool as well.
Yeah, I've seen him fall out, though. He's been falling to second ban or last pick for a little bit now in other games, but that's more European Dota.
Yeah, and they're going to go with Night Stalker instead very quickly, and Brewmaster was just picked up like, I can't believe you didn't pick that. Brewmaster pick from Insight. And also Enigma going to be taken here as well, so far, seeing the Enigma and the Invoker Brewmaster, I would assume this is going to be a safe lane Brew, or a safe lane Invoker, I guess, with a mid Brewmaster would probably be the easiest thing to do, in terms of just opening up your lanes a bit. But we're going to have to see what Lemon decides to go with for their last pick before we can really tell what kind of strategy they're going for. I haven't really seen too many teams play Night Stalker recently, and when they do, it's typically like a dual lane or a tri-lane Night Stalker. We don't see a mid very often, if at all.
Yeah, like during DreamHack, we saw EG and Dare, I think, each run it once or twice, and they ran it in a safe lane, dual lane, actually.
Yeah, well, we're just going to go ahead and wait to see what the last first pick phase will be for Lemon, and they're going to go with Sand King. So I really do like Sand King as a hero in a lot of cases, especially in a game like this where you need a lot of lockdown to take out something like a Brewmaster. And I do feel like that's partly why they went with a Night Stalker pick. Maybe they just weren't comfortable running the Brewmaster. Maybe they felt confident about it because of the fact that they were taking the Night Stalker. I mean, you can kill Brew pretty quickly with the kind of team that Lemon has right now. I mean, you have Epicenter, Burrow Strike with the Void Nuke and Fury Ult as well. So we're going to have to see what kind of style they're going for. I'm thinking aggression, though. I mean, just seeing their 3 heroes right now.
Yeah, definitely. I think we both agree, though. We hope we don't see the Sand King in a tri-lane or something like that, because he needs early levels.
Well, the band's coming out. Going to be CM and Veno. Didn't mean to cut you off there, man.
No, you're good. I was just babbling on.
Just babbling. Nothing really left to say right now. Just waiting for the pick and phase to
Delirious Delirious from Walmart. Yeah, we're just going to see support, one support from each team, and then a quad ban, so...
Well, now this is actually kind of interesting, because Insight actually chose to ban out the CM, where they're the ones who really do need that support at this point in time. Whereas banning the Venomancer, it's like, yeah, you can run the Sand King as the support. It's not necessarily ideal, but it can be done. So I think at this point, Lemon's lanes are probably a little bit more flexible than Insight's would be. And they're going to go with a Windrunner here, so I'm assuming that's going to be their long laner. And I'm expecting a support coming out relatively soon for them. And Lemon also takes probably their support, or mid, I guess, in this case. Or Shadow Demon.
Yeah, I think it'll be the support. He's by far, I'm surprised he got left this far. He's by far the best support currently. It's just the 50% extra damage, the, like, what, 2,000 range purge that goes through Magic Community. Just so good to have.
Yep, plus it also partners very well with the Long Silence and Night Stalker. I mean, you can kill basically anyone in that combo. I mean, you get Disrupted, you get Soul Catcher, Void with Silence. I mean, I don't think anybody on Insight's team can really live through that. So I'm really looking forward to what kind of playstyle they employ here. It feels like Lemon is the team who should have had Invoker, you know, seeing the heroes that they picked up.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen like a Stun Disruption combo with an Invoker so many times. But apparently it's not going to be working out for them this game in terms of having the Invoker. But last pick for Insight's going to be Bane. And that kind of throws a little bit of a wrench in their lanes, I would imagine, until I see it. I mean, I'm not really sure what they're going to go with here.
Yeah, compared to Dota 1, actually. In Dota 1, Bane was a solo mid hero. In Dota 2, he's been being run as a side lane support, so I'm assuming we'll see him as actual hard support.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. I mean, if you think about it, his support's actually quite good. He has a true damage nuke. He has a disable that lasts for a very long time. Granted, you can't damage somebody in it, but it gives you that positional advantage, and it also takes somebody out of the fight for, what, I think it's like 5 seconds at level 1? Or something like that?
Really good level 1, yeah.
Plus, it can line up Shackles great. It's great for lining up Sunstrikes, too. If somebody's going to get away, you don't have mana to really combo. Sleep somebody, Sunstrike, bam, free kill. I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do it, so I would imagine to see a lot of fireworks this game.
Yep. And yeah, it's just now both teams have that giant support. Shadow Demon can take someone out with that disruption, then Bane takes somebody out with the sleep, and they both have really good initiators that aren't quite stuns, but they really work out.
Yeah, and normally I think that the Night Stalker pick would kind of be the trump card for Lemon here, but honestly, looking at Insight's team, I don't think late game Night Stalker is going to be super threatening, because in this case, he basically has to build for survivability. He has to get like a BKB, quick treads, you know, earn standard build, and a Vanguard if he's really feeling like he needs the extra durability, but I don't know if he's going to be as effective against a team with a Bane and Enigma. I mean, there's just so much CC on Insight's team. You basically can't really dive, and that's kind of what Night Stalker does.
Yeah, and especially the drunken brawler, I think. That's the throwing the beer, what's that called?
Yeah, Drunken Haze.
Drunken Haze, yeah, especially against a Night Stalker is so amazing when he's trying to dive you.
Yep, just waiting for the last pick out for Lemon. Taking their time, by the way, down to about 10 seconds of their bonus time left. And they're going to go with Death Prophet. So I like that pick, but it's a little bit risky in the early game, in my opinion, because unless they're going to run that Death Prophet somewhere other than mid, I don't think she's going to have too good of a time against an Invoker.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they're going to jungle the Furion or solo it and then tri-lane the Night Stalker or something. I haven't seen a jungle Furion in a while, actually, outside of pub games.
Yeah, I think I saw one like a week or two ago. I can't even remember who did it. I want to say it was Infused, but it didn't work out that well. I'll just say that. But we are going to get into the game. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the players from Insight. We're going to have Katiga on Brewmaster Fuzzy playing the Invoker. Unk is going to be playing Windrunner. Our Quincy is going to be playing on the Bane, and finally Track going to be on Enigma. You want to do the other team, man?
I sure do. On Lemon, we're going to be having Kitten Core. Or Corey on Shadow Demon. We're going to be having Predator Pressed Wing on Furion, Bland Animal on the Death Prophet, who I assume is going to be heading mid now, Toast on the Sand King, and Cop on the Night Stalker. That's actually a clever name for that hero. He's going to be putting people in jail.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, once Night Stalker catches you, you ain't getting away. There's just no way you're getting away from that hero, especially during nighttime. But looking at the lane so far for Insight, I think this is to be expected. Although the Bane's kind of like wandering around here, maybe to help out the Brewmaster, and they are going to be sending the Invoker mid in lieu of sending the Brewmaster, and I think that's a pretty good idea, given the fact that Invoker pretty much beats any hero 1v1 aside from like Shadow Demon and I want to say OD. Those are like the ones that I think are just flat out lane wins, but any other hero than that he does fairly well against. And
it is going to be a jungle Furion.
Yeah, I haven't seen this in quite a while. I don't know if this is really the best option because you're going to have a Sand King, Shadow Demon. I assume they're going to be giving the farm to the Sand King for probably a quick blink, but given the way that the lanes are working out for Insight, they're going to have to play this very passive, and they just have a huge amount of kill potential that's going to essentially be wasted in this lane. So hopefully they can at least get some farming done.
A good ward place there, though, because they know they're going to probably be versus that dual lane with the jungle, so they get the early ward there, so they can't be ganked.
Yep, and there's a lane ward out from the Bane as well, and you can see the pinging. Seems like
So
they
Blue
know that they
saw
put
it.
it down here.
Yeah.
But I don't think either of them have sentries, do they? Nope, they don't. Only sentries are by the Bane, so...
I just want to bring it up. Is Unk, you remember playing with Pride, the Brazilian,
I
in
think
the other
that's
game?
his friend, yes. I was thinking about that too.
Yeah, so I remember he was always a decent player, so...
Yeah, he was pretty good. So this is like a flashback, man, to a couple of months ago. We got a Night Stalker solo mid going up against an Evoker, but it looks like Sand King might be making his way to another lane to either help out Cop or go all the way bottom, or he's just kind of wandering around for no reason.
He warded the hill. I don't think he needed it there, but...
I gotcha. All right, so Fuzzy does have that level 1 Exort for the last hitting. And he just filled his inventory, man. Pure stats. 2 circlets and 4 branches. Guy's going deep, wants to make sure he gets all those last hits, and no shield on the Night Stalker. A little bit strange. I mean, he does have really high base armor, but having a stout against range is just so good.
Yeah, and the Invoker can just pop his stuff to Quas if he ever needs the regen. So he doesn't, especially versus solo Night Stalker, he won't take that much harassment early game. So he didn't need the regen, use that extra gold.
Yeah, it's going to be a really rough lane for him, I'm sure. I mean, right now he has 0 creep kills, and it's 4 and 5 for Fuzzy. So he's definitely having a rough time. And in the bottom lane, it's going to be a solo Death Prophet against a solo Windrunner. I know we haven't really talked much about this lane because, well, frankly, it's going to be farming. But I think this is pretty even. I mean, you have the wave and you have the arrow spam basically back and forth, and I don't really think we're going to see any deaths here. Even with a Furion, Windrunner is just so difficult to gank, especially in a position like this. I mean, the wave's quite pushed at the moment, but just in general, that hero is really, really tough to take down. They're going to be relying heavily on this Night Stalker, who, quite frankly, just isn't going to get any farm. I mean, I just don't see how he's going to do well here.
And seeing this Furion's already used all of his mana. He's going to have to TB back to base to get some mana here, as he didn't quite bring enough clarities. So
and apparently I've had my overlay on the whole time. I am the worst. Okay, so
I look at top lane. Oh, top lane.
Top lane, we had a Burrow Strike in right there. Sleep onto the Sand King. There's a Sunstrike from middle lane, and it will go ahead and secure the kill for the Brewmaster. I have had the overlay on for the first few minutes of the game. Oopsie.
Nah, you're cool, man. You're still doper than all these guys. Man, it's been a rough day for you.
It has been a little bit of a rough day. Actually, it hasn't been that bad. Just getting the matches sorted.
Yeah, alright, you don't have any excuse, and that was just a poor job.
Yeah, it was just really awful by me. But that will be first blood.
And look at the sentry ward. That's probably what helped them. They sentry warded the ward they had, so they're able to gank now whenever they want. This is going to be really rough for Lemon now in all lanes.
Yeah, I think that Unk is pretty much the only one on his team who's going to have any semblance of farm, and it's just due to the fact that, again, he's against a hero who really can't kill him.
Wait, well, I think all of Insight, is going to have farm because Brewmaster's free farming right now.
Oh, yeah, I said that backwards, yeah.
Yeah.
I meant to say...
I know what you mean, yeah.
I meant to say Lemon, but yeah.
Yeah, and now they're just going to move around, and look at this. Bane spots him out, so this game won't even matter.
Yep, we're going to see some rotation, but again, they're just not really going to be too effective with this. Level 2 on the Shadow Demon. Level 1 still on the Sand King. I mean, he just can't get anything done, and we are going to have a disconnect, so that's good at least.
We love pauses.
Yep, definitely wouldn't be NA or, I guess, South American Dota either without pauses. Yeah, I just totally forgot to change the overlay. That's actually the first time I've done that today, which is a bit strange. I'm usually pretty good at
Well,
remembering that
yeah,
stuff.
you were nervous about casting with me, and like
You're an NEODota legend. I got nervous, sweaty palms.
and you're an Adrian Brody lookalike, so we both can be nervous about something.
Yep.
But yeah, right now Lemon is looking in, I don't want to say a really bad position, but it's really bad. They really are losing every lane, including the jungle. Enigma's easily out jungling his Furion right now. Not easily, but he got the gank on top lane, got the assist, and got that lane 1 for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's still got 18 CS2. He's even ahead of the Furion, which is a bit strange given the fact that he did commit that time to getting that first level gank. So right now, we'll just go ahead and pop up on the gold graph. Haven't done that yet. Still a little over 1,500 in favor.
Quite a bit at 3 minutes, actually. That is quite a bit.
Yeah, it's definitely quite a bit in favor of the Dire team. But gonna have a pause. Some people disconnecting. Apparently, Spitwad does not want to join us anymore. He doesn't like us. And apparently we're going to resume, hopefully. Fingers crossed. God, I keep looking at my dashboard now, and I'm like, how did I leave that on for so long? Because typically I look over every once in a while, and I just didn't for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And it's just been on the whole time.
And look at that ward. So nice. They just both walked over the ward. They're going to look for the Enigma, it looks like, and he's well warded.
Yeah, he's going to be relatively safe here. Although they do have Brewmaster up top, man. He's got 20 TCS right now at the 4-minute mark.
Yeah.
He's got his phase boots up already.
Yeah, he got the first blood, which really helped him too.
Yeah, he's going to get a relatively fast 6-2. I mean, Bane's only level 2, so that means he's been getting the majority of the solo EXP. Invoker's kind of just been sitting there doing his own thing. 16 and 12, his farm's doing quite well. Regen going to be picked up by that Nature's Prophet.
And look at that. Only one hero, the Furion, is over double-digit creep kills right now.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look at that for just a second. I'm surprised we haven't seen more action as of yet. Yeah, 26 and 0 for the Enigma, 19-13 for Fuzzy on the Invoker, 27 and 11 for Katega, leading the game, I'm pretty sure, yep. And 22 and 7 for Winner. So everyone from Insight is just farming extremely well, whereas, like you were saying, Lemon just not doing too hot.
Yeah, I think we're not seeing too much action because both teams warded reasonably defensively, more than offensively, except for the top lane, which is why they scored the first blood.
Well, I think that still favors Dire, honestly. I mean, their late game team is definitely no slouch. And with the kind of start that the rest of Lemon has had, it's not like this Death Prophet's really going to be able to solo push against a Windrunner. She has just as much of spam ability as the Death Prophet does, so...
And top lane...
Oh no, looks like the Sunstrike combination onto the Shadow Demon going to be a little bit too strong. So Insight going to pick themselves up another kill, and Toast is still level 1.
Yeah, and I see a tower being killed or harassed here.
Yeah, this tower's probably just going to die. I mean, they don't have a huge amount of push, but they do have the conversions up with quite a bit of time left on them, so this tower is going to be taking
and
a lot of damage. So Toast did hit level 2, but he needs to be careful, man. You can still get clapped here, and it does quite a bit of damage. And then you're kind of stuck without your team, and no reaction yet from Lemon, so they're just going to go ahead and let this fall. Oh, wow, he gets the deny. Nice play. Even if he dies, I'm pretty sure that's still worth it. Going to have another disruption go off onto Katega, but he's going to be A-okay. Soulcatcher used to for some reason, not really sure why. I guess he just doesn't like his mana. And
yeah, I can see that.
We're going to see Night Stalker from the side of the river coming up to try to gank, but again, warding really good.
No boots, too. That's going to... This is where Lemon has to start getting kills. It's at the first night with Night Stalker, and he's level 6. All he has is a bottle, though.
Yeah, I mean, early on, it's really tough to say things like, I don't know what they can do, but if you look at the gold advantage right now, over 4,000 at 6.5 minutes, I mean, to put it in perspective, that's the kind of gold lead you typically see at like 15 or 20. And that game is still not even that close. And speaking of not being very close, we're going to see another gank on mid onto Cop right here. Really nice combination with that Nightmare Cold Snap plus the Sunstrike. More than enough to give Fuzzy the kill. Going to go ahead and get back to his side of the river with the rest of his team. And Enigma's already here, so I'm thinking another push.
That's really good. Yeah, we haven't seen any movement from Furion. He needs to... Maybe they're just telling him, hey, you need to farm up because nobody else is.
Looks like we're going to have some aggression on a Katega here, but he is just so fast, man. Pops the phase boots, and Toast can't even catch him out of the disruption. A little bit of a slow reaction, but still. I mean, that Panda is hauling, even carrying a keg. He's like, you know what? Doesn't even matter. I'm speedy.
And Furion TP's in, and he just...
Oh, and the airball black hole from track. I got back to mid just in time to see that. That's not what you want to happen, but silence going off on a Fuzzy just to prevent any extra aggression. Try to get himself some CS, I guess, on the conversions. And I don't know, man. It's like one of those games where you feel like the momentum just won't shift in favor of the other team. Because the start right now from Insight has just been so good.
Yeah, it really has been. Oh, top lane again.
Oh, no. Shadow Demon. I'm sorry, buddy, but you were not long for this world. The Cold Snap from Invoker goes ahead and gets that kill for him. So he's 2-0-2 right now at the 7, almost 8-minute mark now, I guess. 32 CS, 17 denies. Night Stalker is going to throw out the Void for harassment middle lane.
And they're all moving middle again, all of Insight.
Yep, I mean, really, what can Lemon do about this? I mean, they don't have a huge amount of spam unless they have their Death Prophet.
Bottom lane, too.
Oh, nice shackle onto the tree with the power shot. One extra auto attack. Unk picks up the kill, has those phase boots, right clicks very hard. Nice play right there. Managing to catch the Death Prophet in a decent position. We're going to see another Void go off onto Bane middle lane. Katigi is here as well. He does have his ultimate. I mean, honestly, they could just dive this. The Bane doesn't have enough mana for a Nightmare yet, I suppose, but maybe that's what's holding them back. But they're still going to be able to apply quite a bit of pressure here. And Fuzzy has a double damage too with that Exort. Hits for almost 200. There's the ultimate pop by Brewmaster. Who's the boulder going on? It's going to be Furion. Fire Aspect goes in, try to do some body blocking, and there's going to be a disruption right on top of the Sunstrike. Actually blocks the Sunstrike, but it really shouldn't matter. The Cyclone is used on the Shadow Demon off to the side. Anyway, now Bane's in a bit of trouble eating that Void. There's the Soul Catcher onto the Bane. Going to retreat out of the woods here. Cop, very low on health. One hit from Invoker and one hit from Panda, respectively. We'll go ahead and get them that kill. So 0-8. Right now at the 9-minute mark, Insight has not lost a hero or a tower.
Yep, looks like they knew what they were doing when they gave up that Furion, because I consider him like probably the most powerful. He's just such a good hero, and they've been dealing with him well. They just gave him nothing to gank.
Yeah, I really feel like the lanes were a bit of a mistake here from Lemon. I mean, in this particular scenario, having the Shadow Demon and the Sand King in a place where they basically couldn't roam is a little bit counterintuitive to me, because that combination can really pick off anyone. It's just a matter of being able to get in the position to do it, and the warding from Insight was just so well done after seeing that top lane, and that it did have the potential to roam. They just completely thwarted it, and Blink Dagger picked up on Brewmaster.
Phase boots Blink Dagger before 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty insane. So Cop right now doesn't have really anything to speak of. He's got 14 CS, 0-2, and 0. That is a very sore state to be in as a Night Stalker, especially during your first night, because this one is the most important of all of them.
Yep.
So I'm not really sure what they're going to do to transition out of this. I mean, Death Prophet got shackled to a creep bottom. In the meantime, a Sunstrike comes down, and the right click from Track. Enigma getting himself a kill right there. Pops a Soul Ring just because, you know what, don't need health when there's no opposition here. Just going to make some more conversions.
And I mean, he opened. So we're gonna have a 5-man rotation or a 4-man rotation from each team bottom. It looks like, and this is not gonna be good for Lemon if they just run into it.
Well, Unk's gonna run off to the side here. Track's still very low on HP. There's a cold snap. Oh, nice shackle on the Shadow Demon and the Night Stalker, and that is it. Ultimate coming out from Bane as well. There is no way they were getting out of that one. Furion Ultimate was popped just to try to do something, but it really just didn't even matter. And now I'm expecting this bottom tier tower to go down pretty much now. And Mech before boots on Track, by the way. I thought that was kind of funny.
I'm digging it.
I mean, you don't need to move fast when, I guess, you have Shackle, right?
Yeah, exactly. When you're just getting whatever you want. 11-0 now with a 10,000 gold. They're almost 1,000 gold every minute above Lemon.
Oh, man. I think this is actually more of a stomp than the game we cast earlier, which is a little bit unfortunate. Because you want to see close games. Another great Shackle on the range creep to the Death Prophet, but doesn't really seem like Lemon cares, man. They're still chasing. Track doesn't have too much mana. He can Black Hole if he Soul Rings, but he's still silenced right here. There's a Burst Strike in, and just look at the damage done with the Blink and the Deafening Blast. Everyone in Lemon is just so... Their farm is just so low that they can't really contest this at all. I mean, they're trying to do as much damage as they can, but Kitten is just going to get taken down here with an extra Shackle and an auto attack. Furion's going to drop too, along with the Sand King. And that's pretty much everyone aside from the Death Prophet, who basically lived because she got shackled, as odd as that sounds. Because if she had been in the forefront of that battle, I'm sure she would have gone down too. No Black Hole even necessary. And this Tier 2 bottom is going to go down pretty darn quick. 0-15 at the 12-minute mark. And I don't know what Lemon is going to be able to do after a fight like that.
Nothing.
I don't even want to... I don't want to open the gold graph anymore.
Let's just say it's nice for one team and not the other.
It's really good for one team and really sad for the other team.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you got to hand it to Insight, man. They played their lineup pretty damn well. Had great warding, had great movement pretty much throughout the entire map. Even had a couple of solo kills in situations where I really wasn't expecting it, like that bottom lane. When the Windrunner picked off the Death Prophet, I was not expecting a solo kill in that lane. That's why my camera wasn't... I caught it like just as he said it. And speaking of solo kill, Furion looks like he might be in trouble here too. No mana, actually, to ultimate. Blinks out of the Sprout. Really nice play. Furion's not TPing. I guess he's just waiting for his teammate. Okay, there he goes. And can take it a little before it's back.
Yep. Yeah, that was... I think we're just going to see a little bit of farming from Insight until everything's up on him again. They're just going to push straight through mid or bottom again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all. This Invoker is 5-0-7 at 13 minutes. He's been involved out of 12 of the 13 kills on his team. Shout out to Sunstrikes. And he is just going full Exort, by the way. He's not even getting extra ranks in his quas for the Forged Spirits. He's just like, you know what, screw that. Sunstrike.
And here we go, going for Roshan here, actually.
Oh, that was actually kind of cute. They made the Forged Spirit just to turn it into conversions, so they can do a little bit of extra damage to Rosh.
Yep.
We can see pings going off from Insight, but no one in Lemon's anywhere close to defending this. Like, there's just no way.
And would they want to defend this?
I mean, I don't know, man. You tell me. It's like... This game is just looking not so good for Lemon.
And they're not even going to take the Aegis, they don't care. Oh, there we go.
So Unk's going to go ahead and pick it up. He's got his 4 staff too. He's got an extra about 1,000 gold on him. Even Bane has mana boots and a bracer. And that was the support, like, semi-roaming Bane too. I mean, he ganked mid.
And he bought wards and counter wards. And now we have a blink on Enigma, so we'll see what happens here with this.
Yep, he's going to have it sent to him on the chicken. It's going to be there in just a minute, though. I mean, the Sand King's on level 4. Katega's going to find Deathbred out here to the side. There's a Sunstrike. Oh, wow, it does barely clip him. No spread damage. No other teammates were in that at all. Another great shackle between Nightstalker and Shadow Demon. Again, those two people, the Meteor comes down, doing a crazy amount of damage. There's the grip from Bane, too, onto the Nightstalker. Black Hole only hits one, but honestly, I really don't think it matters. 4 heroes currently down. 4 Lemon, another shackle goes off.
They're going for the 5th.
Yeah, Brewmaster diving in with those aspects. There's the Brain Sap and right-click auto attack. Crit, of course, just to add insult to injury. And now this tier 2 tower is likely going to be going down, and I don't think that Lemon is actually going to get a kill this game.
I was saying, wait, you said you casted Lemon last game, right? And they looked pretty dominant? Or was that...
No, we're casting new teams this game.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, this is... I've never seen a game of any level without the other team getting a kill. I really haven't.
Yeah, I really have never seen this before. I mean, you could say you've watched a lot of games that have been one-sided, quote-unquote, but I don't ever think I've seen something like this. I don't know what to say. I don't know if it's just Insight is just that freaking awesome.
I told you, man, you didn't believe me.
I didn't say I didn't believe you.
No one believes the Walmart.
I relied on your insight and experience with the team to tell me what was going to happen. You said you had high expectations, and now this Furion is going to be... in a not happy place, and he's just gonna get shackled to the tree. Sunstrike power shot. Invoker gets the kill. 4 heroes just farming top from Lemon. They basically don't have any under 2 towers left, so I would assume that Insight's gonna go ahead and just go push down mid.
Yep.
But no, Simplicity is the team that I casted last game, who looked pretty good.
Yep, and they actually already moved on. They're already qualified. Oh, they're not. They're in the qualification round now.
Well, might as well open the gold graph and get it over with. Oh my goodness. 20,000 in favor of Insight at the 16-minute mark. I haven't seen a stomping this bad since EG versus Pot of Bottom. I just said that.
Yep. I haven't seen a stomping this bad since the Heat and the frickin' Oklahoma City Game 5.
Hey, I'm a Heat fan, so I'm okay with that.
Alright, I haven't seen it. No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, so...
yeah.
We should probably get back to the game for just a second here. But, I mean, realistically, what the heck is Lemon going to do about this? Like,
their honest best chance is that Panda gets a Radiance, which he's not, and the Shadow Demon can just disrupt him and hope he does enough to kill the other. That really is their best hope.
Oh, man. This is just...
Sand King's not even 6 yet.
It's just painful, man. Like, what are they going to do? There's a blink in on the Sand King. Toast in a lot of trouble. Malphus goes off as well. He's not even going to be able to Sandstorm. Just drops their Meteor from the sky anyway, just because why not? Furion TPing back to try to defend his base, but I think it's going to be futile. Track does have Black Hole in about 30 seconds right here. Fuzzy standing outside the base. Another Shackle. Man, the Shackles from Unk have just been on point. Forces him out of the way of the clap and the Sunstrike, but gets disrupted in the middle of all insight. Is he really going to get away because of that? That would be really interesting. There's the Maleficent blinking from the back from Track. Manages to get it off. There's the ultimate onto Cop as well, getting gripped to their Brewmaster ultimate popped as well. Bane actually goes down. They're on the board. Lemon is on the board. Can they get another kill? I think Toast actually bought back. Has his Brazier.
No, he's level 5.
Doesn't even. Is he really just spawned that fast?
Yeah.
And Kitten is going to go down inside the base as well, so not a total shutout. Bane probably going to be kicked off the team after this game, I would imagine, for getting Lemon a kill. And man, unbelievable performance out of Insight. I mean, they just thrashed every single lane, had perfect movement, perfect warding. I don't really think they did anything wrong. I mean, what can you say? They lost one hero, and it was because they were diving inside the base to kill pretty much every single person on the opposition.
It was just a really good play.
Yeah, we're actually going to have a TP back here. Wow, Furion, is that real? Look at the Shackle, Grant. Do you see that? The Shackle, like, went all the way down. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was, I mean, we've seen some ridiculous Shackles, but that might not, just kidding. Some of the other angles are even more ridiculous than a 20,000 range one.
It has to be based on, like, ping or something, because whenever I play that hero, it feels like I could have a straight-on line and not Shackle, but then I see, like, 45-degree Shackles all the time.
Yeah, I'll Shackle somebody, and it'll hit the tree that's behind my hero, not his.
Definitely an interesting mechanic. We'll have to send a letter to Ice Frog. Ask him how it works.
I mean, yeah, I mean, your boy Spitwad's buddy-buddy with him, so...
Hopefully we can get it changed so it actually makes sense as an ability.
We have a Smoking actually coming out from Lemon. Oh, no.
Unks might actually go down here. There's the Void and the Silence as well. Soul Catcher, but he forces his staff staffs himself towards the team. Got a little bit tongue-tied there. Cop going to get shackled to the tree, though. Nice Burrow Strike. Manages to hit 3, and is Unk going to go down? He has an Aegis. Oh, no. It is time to retreat. If you are Lemon, the Bane grip onto the high ground, plus the Black Hole in middle lane, catching 2 heroes. That's going to be pretty much the rest of Lemon dying here. And the only one to escape is the Sand King. Triple kill for the Brewmaster.
Oh, wait. He might not escape yet. No, he won't.
Okay. I was going to be so happy for Lemon that I realized, wait a minute. Unk has an Aegis. And
the BKB first build on Invoker after drums. He's definitely not dying.
I'm speechless, man. Like, what do you say to a game like this?
I really don't know.